Hey there Funko fans, today we're going to take a look at the new line of Game of Thrones pops with each of the pops sitting on the Iron Throne just in time for the start of the final season of Game of Thrones today. So really looking forward to that. Leave a note in the comments if you've been following the series and who you think will take the Iron Throne. Alright, so let's get started here. We start off with Daenerys Targaryen on the Iron Throne. There we go, number 75. Very cool. And spoiler, there's some of the other contenders, so we'll be going through the rest of those in this video. And incidentally, we'll also have one of the usual silly pop skits near the end of the video, so you're going to want to tune in and see that. So without further ado, let's crack open this Daenerys Targaryen and take a closer look. Alright, so they're actually separate to the throne. They just sort of sit on there, balance like that. So that was something I wasn't expecting. I thought they might have been glued to them, but there we go. There's Daenerys Targaryen. Let's get a closer look. So we'll take her off here first, then we'll take a look at the throne. So very cool. Here's her outfit, long dress. Sort of, is that a shawl or a scarf or something back there? Got her hair done up in great detail, braided. And tiny bit of head movement, not much, and obviously you can't stand them on their own, so they sit on the Iron Throne. And I believe there's also a pop where they made only the Iron Throne. I'm not sure if it's the same sculpt. If anyone knows, leave a note in the comments, but you can see how it's made up of all different weapons, swords and so forth, hence the name Iron Throne. And some nice detail there on the back. So I'm expecting that will be the same sculpt for each of the pops. Now let's see. We'll pop. She can either stand on it or like she's balancing or sitting. Arms resting on the sides there. So very cool. I like what they've done with these. So let's pop Daenerys over here on the Iron Throne. And next, who do we have digging into the box? It is Jon Snow. Okay, so number 72, the next contender here. And let's see what he looks like out of the box. Okay, here he is, Jon Snow, and you can see he's a little the worse for wear, got some scars on his face. Look at this battle-weary face here. He's been through a lot. If you've been following the series for any length of time, you know exactly what he went through. He actually stands better than sits on here, so we'll take a closer look at Jon Snow holding his sword there, lots of leather armor there, his long cloak, winter cloak, because he is the king of the north, so ventured north of the border there, past the wall. So very cool detail there, and of course sits quite nicely on the Iron Throne. So I'm not sure how he'll do this season. We'll have to wait and see. We'll set him up there if he wants to. Doesn't seem like he wants to sit on there that well. Okay, just sort of balance him. Okay, next up we have perhaps one of the most hated characters on the show, Cersei Lannister. This is number 73. There she is. One of the infamous Lannisters along with Tyrion there. So let's take a closer look at Cersei. Okay, here she is. And actually she stands on it much better, I would think, than sitting. There's not much sort of slouching. So there we are, that's how she looks on the Iron Throne. We'll position her like so. Yes, not really stable on there. So we'll put that over here. Let's take a closer look at Cersei. So of course has the crown there. I think she is, from what I remember, she is the most recent one to sit on the Iron Throne. Very conniving person, up to mischief. See if we can get some focus. Look into my eyes. And got some cool jewelry there. A ring. And wearing a long dress. Okay, I like how they've carved out a little section of the pop there. Not much head movement at all. Alright, so let's pop Cersei on the Iron Throne here. And we're going to have to make room for our next few contenders. So move her over like so. And next we have Tyrion Lannister. So he is another potential contender. A lot of people underestimate him due to his stature, but he is actually probably the most perceptive of everybody, knows what's going on, and sees all the conniving and how things are likely to plan out. So there is number 71, and of course he wouldn't be Tyrion without the glass of wine or something in his hand there. Not sure what it is. He does a lot of drinking in the show. So let's take a closer look at Tyrion Lannister. Alright, here's Tyrion. He is sitting rather comfortably here on the Iron Throne. Got his glass of some mysterious liquid in hand there. We don't know what it is, but it's probably not too healthy for him. As you can see, he's seen better days as well. A couple of scars on his face. Get a closer look at the details there on the boots and the glass in his hand. And he's got the pin on his chest there. I think, what did they call it? The Hand of the King at one point. So pop the Iron Throne over here. Very cool detail on this guy. So that is Tyrion Lannister. Let's see, no head movement at all. Okay, so we'll pop him on the throne over here. And finally, this is one that a lot of people might be either annoyed or would be happy about. We have the Night King. Alright, so number 74 is a very mysterious figure, has a vast army of the undead, along with some of the other, there's a whole group of these guys who are driving the army of the dead further south into Westeros, so we'll see how that pans out. And they will be taking a large role in the final season. So let's pop this open, take a closer look at the Night King. Okay, here he is. The Night King! Who believes the Night King will ultimately take over the throne? He certainly has a menacing enough appearance for that. And his arms outstretched like, what do you expect? You think I would not have a chance at this? So, cool detail on this guy. And that cracked head there indicating the ice. It's very wintry, that's why they say winter is coming, hinting at the arrival of these guys. I like the detail on the armor here, or this outfit he's wearing. and it sort of flares out there so he can sit more comfortably on the Iron Throne. Alright, so there we have it. We have the complete line of Pops here on the Iron Throne. Let's get them a little closer together. And who do you think will be seated on the Iron Throne at the end of this season? Leave a note in the comments. And stay tuned, we've got a Pop skit in a moment. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Pop unboxings and silly skits. And be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Who will capture the Iron Throne in this thrilling final season of Game of Thrones? Will it be Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons? What about Jon Snow, the king of the north? Or will it be a Lannister, Cersei, or Tyrion? Or perhaps the Night King and his terrifying army of the undead? Or will it be someone totally unexpected? Isn't the answer obvious?